DreAllDay.com.
Dre Baldwin, DreAllDay.com, WorkOnYourGame.com. I want to talk to you all about a new thing that I want to do here on this channel called the Daily Motivation. Now, those of you who have been following me for a long time, I mean, the OGs, as maybe some of you, you may know that I used to do this video called the Weekly Motivation way back. I started back in 2009 or 2010, where I would just talk about, maybe for about 3 to 5 minutes, a selfie video before selfie videos were a thing, where I would explain just a mindset concept that I had on my mind. And those videos I did every week were, first of all, directed towards the athletes. Because when I first started online, most of my audience were basketball players, because all my content was basketball related. And a lot of players were just asking me about mindset because they found out about my background. I only played 1 year of high school basketball. I walked on to play Division III college ball, and then I hustled my way into playing professional basketball for nearly a decade. And when the players found out about that and they saw that I actually knew what I was doing on the court, they just wanted to know what's the mentality behind a person who would go through that and keep going. So I started talking about things that became the foundation of what I do now, which is talking about like discipline and confidence, mental toughness, personal initiative. That kind of created a segue between the athletes and the non-athletes, because those weekly motivation videos started catching the attention of people who did not play basketball. And that planted the seed in my mind for who I could serve when I was done with basketball. So when I stopped playing basketball years back, I already knew I had a built-in audience of people who were not athletes, but they still wanted to learn from me. And that kind of became the foundation of what Work on Your Game Incorporated is today, where mostly what we focus on here is personal and professional development for entrepreneurs. And that was the weekly motivation. Nowadays, those of you who are maybe the newer people, you don't know about me from back then, you know that I do send out a text message every day called the Daily Motivation. The Daily Motivation is literally a text message where I'm just giving you something that help you be focused, sharp, and on point to start your day. Now, I'll bring that up to say this. I was just in conversations with YouTube actually just this past week. So I was reaching out to them just to find out, like looking at my channel and looking at the results of the stuff we've been publishing. Like mostly I would put my podcast episodes and stuff up here. You know, sometimes you see the videos where I'm in the car driving and things like that every now and then, but I don't even drive that often, to be honest. And I was asking them just about, you know, what my channel, is there anything wrong with it? Is there something, is it being suppressed in any way? And YouTube is saying, well, no, it's not being suppressed. You just need to look at this data, look at this, and you just got to find the right type of material that will work with your audience. So what we decided to do is with the podcast episodes, because the reason why I reached out to YouTube in the first place, just to explain this to you all, is that with the podcast, Work on Your Game podcast has been coming out every single day since 2016. And on the audio version, which is on Apple, Spotify, SoundCloud, all of that, it is hitting excellently. Like we have over 7 million listens to that podcast. But on YouTube, the videos weren't really getting not anywhere close to as much traction. I was just trying to figure out why that is. Why is the audio doing great, but the exact same material on video is not doing great? And the whole point is, and this is what we're going to talk about in the first Daily Motivation, which will be a separate video, is that sometimes you just have to make your adjustments. Sometimes things don't work a certain way and you can't quite understand exactly why it's not working, but we know that it's not working. So you have to make an adjustment. And again, I'm going to talk about that in a future video. So, and YouTube actually did give me a thoughtful response back, maybe because I have so much content on here and I've been on here so long and I don't have no copyright strikes or anything, but they did actually give me a thoughtful response with some actual details and data, etc., for the question that I was asking. So here's what we're going to do. What I'm going to start doing, starting with the next video that comes out tomorrow, is I'm going to start putting out a daily motivation video. And this will be harking back to where I first started back in the days, where I would do a quick video. I don't know how long these videos are going to be. They probably won't be more than, I would say, maybe up to maybe 10 minutes, maybe, might be longer, depending on what I'm thinking about and what I want to share with you all, though. What it's going to be is me giving you something to help you be focused, sharp, and on point to move yourself forward, because that's what Work on Your Game is about these days. Not necessarily for an athlete, not necessarily for an entrepreneur. It can be for anyone out there who is just trying to take their game to the next level. And when you hear that phrase, work on your game, it means something to you. You hear it, you see it, and you're like, all right, you know what? I do need to work on my game. I like that. Those four words speak volumes, and I don't even have to explain what it means. And that's what Work on Your Game is about. And that's what the daily motivation video is going to be about. So you all can let me know. And for those of you who see this in comments of this video, this is something that you think would be useful for you moving forward, because I mean, that's what YouTube was about. That's why it's called YouTube. So it's about giving you, the audience, what you want. You give the audience what they want, they give you back what you want. So this is something that will be exclusive for YouTube. This is not something I'm going to be also taking the exact same material and putting it anywhere else. We'll probably chop these up though, and they will end up, you'll see them in shorts and or on like Instagrams and the Twitters and all of those things, TikTok, things like that. But that's what we're going to do moving forward with the videos I'm going to do here on this channel. Now, as far as the podcast, those of you who have been watching the podcast through video here, two things. Number one, every episode of the podcast, the videos still will be posted on dreallday.com. So just go to dreallday.com/blog. And then you put the number of the episode, you will be able to see those videos there. And also the audio version of the podcast, which is Apple, Spotify, SoundCloud, etc. Those episodes still come out every day there. 99% of our audience is on audio, not on video. So those of you who've been watching on video, you need to go check it on audio, or you can just go to dreallday.com/blog, and that's where you can see all the episodes of the show as they come out moving forward. But what we're going to be doing here on YouTube moving forward is we're going to try out this daily motivation video idea the same way that I tried out the weekly motivation back in 2010. And people really liked that. And it kind of created a whole new lane for me. And it really actually paved the way for what I do now as an entrepreneur. That's what we're going to do here for daily motivation. I don't know if this is going to change my entire career, but we'll see if it's going to work great for YouTube and the audience here, and what you all will respond to, what you all want. And I know I got plenty of material for it. Unlike the weekly motivation, I wasn't sure I had enough ideas, but with daily motivation, I have more ideas probably than I have time to record them all. So we got plenty of stuff coming here. So that's what we're going to do moving forward. So you all should look out for that and look forward to that coming soon, the daily motivation. And when I say soon over here, that means tomorrow, literally. So that's where we're at, everybody. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this in the comment section. Look forward to the daily motivation starting tomorrow. Work on your game. Dre all day. Oh yeah, one more thing. I got to make sure I tell y'all this. Make sure that you are hitting the notification bell so you're getting every video that comes out here on this channel. Make sure you are subscribing to the channel so every video comes out, it shows up in your feed. And please hit the like button, leave a comment, all that stuff, the engagements and all that stuff. That helps us feed the algorithm. The algorithm believes that our videos are better because people are responding to them. So make sure you are doing all that responsive stuff to let YouTube know, let the algorithm know that, hey, this is something that everybody should know about, down there right beneath this video. And the links to get the daily motivation text and to get into Work on Your Game University, those are down below in the description as well. Work on your game. Dre all